I covered on the show this anti-drag law that was signed into law by Governor Bill Lee of Tennessee, and it's now been struck down by a federal judge, a Trump-appointed federal judge, I might add. And I want to talk about this, super interesting, but also what this movement trying to ban certain types of expression, what it represents about the lack of actual principles that comes out of this very same movement. So before we get to that, though, here's this from the Washington Post. A federal judge struck down a Tennessee law that banned drag shows in public or where children could watch them, writing that the unconstitutional measure was passed for the impermissible purpose of chilling constitutionally protected speech. The judge called this unconstitutionally vague and substantially overbroad, which of course it is. It was defined as something like male or female impersonation. What is that? Is certain type of makeup female impersonation, dresses? Where is that line drawn? But even if it's clearly female impersonation or male impersonation or whatever it might be, why would freedom of speech, freedom of expression not protect that type of expression? Of course it would. And that's what this Trump appointed judge is calling out. But before I discuss further, I want to show you this clip that we've gone over in the past as well from Ben Shapiro saying, yeah, I think municipal governments could ban men in dresses. And then we'll discuss.
Should wearing dresses and skirts be illegal for men in public? If so, should wearing pants for women be illegal in public? Well, pants not so much, because there is a female version of pants that is nearly indistinguishable in many cases from male pants. But men wearing traditional female clothing in public, I think that there's a case that local communities should be able to stop that. Sure, I mean, we have local laws about being naked or indecent exposure, or at least we used to.
So, what? It's so bonkers. And the thing I want to talk about in relation to this is coming from the movement that told us they were all about freedom. But now that freedom includes things that they really don't like, freedom no longer matters so much. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. And he would be willing to allow government to become so authoritarian that it decides what you can and can't wear in public, all the way down to a dress being against the law if you are a biological male, which he said, pants, there are female versions of pants. But no, there aren't any male or female versions of anything. Those are just two sexes biologically. Clothes is not biological. Those have to do with expressions of sex often through our gender and the associated clothing that we wear that we've decided is a thing, dresses and high heels and suits and all of that. So then to say based on just cultural norms, we should then put into law a decision on your part about what you can and can't wear is wild. And it goes against the very principle we were told they care so much about. And that's why it's really hard with a lot of these individuals to believe them when they say, I have a principle of this, and that's why I'm against that. Because often the second it's no longer beneficial or convenient to have that principle, it'll flip all around. And it's really tough because you can't have a good faith discussion with someone who's not good faith. You can't have an honest discussion with someone who's not honest. And it really prevents thoughtful, meaningful political discussions when someone isn't actually attempting to hold a consistent and logical and honest set of viewpoints and principles and then engage with the world with those. It's just about power. It's just about political expediency, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are able to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, plus get the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.